What's up guys, Jarrell from Neo Vintage Gaming here, and today we got a special type of video for you guys. Now obviously the setup's a little different, no table today. We're doing something a little less formal today. So I wanted to take a break from my normal collection videos showing you guys the different games and consoles I have going through to give you guys kind of like a summary of my entire collection. The reason I wanted to do this was by no means to like show off or anything like that, because I have like a really small collection. What I wanted to do was kind of like chronicle where I'm at right now. I've been collecting very casually for about 5 years on and off. So my collection's fairly small. Again, when I mean casually, I mean one or two games a month type situation. So very slow kind of accumulating of things. And now that I'm taking it way more seriously, and once this kind of pandemic's over, I plan on, acquiring way more games and stuff like that to really boost up this collection. I kind of wanted to chronicle where I'm at. A lot of my favorite, video game YouTubers have videos from like 5, sometimes 10 years ago of their collections at the time, and I really think that like chronicling growth is a really awesome and fun thing to do, and kind of show people that like, hey, if you play the long game, you can end up somewhere really cool. So I kind of wanted to make a video as like a beginning collector of kind of where I'm at, and hopefully, in 5 to 10 years, hopefully still doing YouTube, we can have like a follow-up video and kind of show you guys all the growth I've made. So I'm gonna do a couple hard cuts, because the way I have my collection set up is it's kind of like set up in different places in the room, and instead of doing kind of like a room, like a show off my room type situation, because this is my little office here, this room is way too ghetto to do like a video like that. So I'm gonna do a couple hard cuts where we're gonna go to different sections of the room, and I'll show you guys what I'm working with, and then we'll kind of finish off with the games and stuff like that. So take a couple minutes of your time. Appreciate you guys for watching, and let's get started on this collection video. Now onto the TV portion. Hey, you can see my reflection. So I know this is gonna be heresy, but yes, I use a 32-inch HD TV to record and play most of my retro gaming. Now I am looking for a CRT, and the moment I find a good quality, well-priced one, I'll be sure to get on that. But for the meantime, this gets the job done. Down here, this is kind of where I keep a lot of my cables. I got my PlayStations 1, 3, and 2, of course. Got 2 extra PlayStation 1 controllers, and SNES gamepads, and some whole bunch of different wires. Now the way I can deal with my wiring is I keep all of my wires for each consoles on a labeled Ziploc bag. At some point I would like to have like a box of all my cables in like the closet or something like that, or somewhere relatively accessible, and then have my consoles all on display more pretty, but I don't have necessarily a bookcase to do that quite yet. So as soon as I do, I'll be sure to keep you all updated on there. Alright, sorry for the hard cut, but this is where we're moving on to where I keep all my consoles actually, and disregard that's just the record player. This is my top-loading NES with a NES mini gamepad there. Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube, Wii there. Forgive me the mess. We got this is my Game Boy Advance SP case, and I actually will have a video on my full Game Boy collection, so keep an eye on that. I'll be sure to link that down below. My really dusty Wii U that gets 0 play. I'm sorry, you Wii U fans. We got the Sega Genesis and the Sega Dreamcast. Alright, and now for the granddaddy of them all, my giant gaming bookcase where I keep everything. Again, it's a very modest, small collection, but I'm really happy with where it's at right now. And again, I've only been collecting for a few years very casually, and so hopefully in a couple years when I do a follow-up, it's grown a lot. Also, I got an awesome like Final Fantasy 3 poster there. So here's my NES collection. I've done a dedicated video to these, so if you would like to see that, go check it out. Super Nintendo with a boxed NBA Jam, my OG Game Boy above it. We have my Genesis mini box and the Retro Champ box. I had a review on the Retro Champ. Wasn't a fan of it, but hey, box is kind of cool. N64 games right there. Next to my GameCube. Got some good titles on the GameCube. Definitely have to do a lot of work to expand my GameCube collection. There's some stuff that I'm missing that I want. Also, the Super Bubble Pop we have here is actually Wind Waker. I just had the disc and the booklets, and I wanted somewhere safe to keep it, so I ended up putting it in Super Bubble Pop. But hopefully I can get a case for that to match it soon. My small Wii collection got Skyward Sword, Sonic Colors, Mario Galaxy, so got some good stuff there. Super Mario 3D World for the Wii U, but I actually have 2 Wii U games. I also have Mario Kart 8 on the console that came pre-installed. but I didn't have the Wii U for super long before the Switch came out, because I was actually a really late adopter to it. So that's why, you know, it's such a small collection. Got my 3DS collection. These are only the boxes I have for it. And the same thing with the DS. There's actually way more carts that I have. Here's my Genesis collection, which y'all know I am kind of like dedicated to, you know, collecting for right now. Have a lot of my favorite games on the Genesis. Got the box Genesis games. Got my one PSP physical game, which is Persona 3 Portable. It's not that's the only PSP game. I actually have a lot of PSP games, but for the most part, they're digital and, you know, pre-installed on the console. Got some NES games here. That's Steve's NES games, so I keep them down there for space. Got my small Dreamcast collection. Got a Vita collection here. Got some good stuff. As you can see, I'm a big Danganronpa fan. Now moving down to the next level, we have my Final Fantasy games and my PS1 games. Ape Escape, Final Fantasies, Metal Gear Solid. Got my Spyro 3 there, WWE Warzone. So some good stuff there, but again, a lot of work needs to be done with these next collections. PS2 here, got some good stuff there. Some of my favorite games, but again, I have a little bit of a list of stuff that I'm going to be picking up once this pandemic's over. This case right here is actually my Vita case. I had this out because I was playing it the other day. Shout out Twin Breaker, I've been playing that, and I just didn't put the case back. So that's what that is. If you all want to see inside, yeah, that's how that looks. So those are my Vita games, and onto my PS3 collection. Got some cool stuff there. And then down to the next level, that's the rest of my PS3 games. Now, excuse my very small Xbox collection. I haven't been collecting for Xbox very long because I didn't have access to one for a very long time, and very recently I have access to one. So now I picked up a lot of my favorite Xbox 360 games, and I'll be getting more as, you know, they come available to me. And this is actually my Superboy in its little case there. That's what I use to play Super Nintendo games. Then this is my little handheld corner. I hate the way that I have it stacked here, but until I have my second bookcase, I don't have a real good way of displaying all the consoles, but hopefully I can get on that soon. Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy Color, my childhood Game Boy Colors here, PSP case, OG DS Lite right here. We have a 3DS here, Game Boy Advance, Lite, and then two OG DSs. This is my childhood DS that, you know, is chipped and a little broken, and then I bought basically the exact same one, just in better quality. And then my next bookcase, which has an awesome Super Nintendo book there, 2 mini consoles along with those 2 mini consoles there, some Video Games Monthly stuff that I've got in the cases that I won't really have anywhere to put, so I just put it there, and then an awesome Castlevania 3 print. So this is where I keep all my current gen stuff. And as you can see, I have quite a bit of PS4 games, double layer. If you're interested on a dedicated video of my current gen games, specifically my PS4 games and my entire PS4 collection, I'll more than happily do that. Just let me know in the comments down below if that's something you're interested in. And yeah, I have like a Jedi Fallen Order like Redbox game. They were selling them for really cheap, like 20 bucks in the case, so I picked that up real quick. More PS4 games here. Excuse the gap. We're actually playing Resident Evil Origins right now. That's the 0 and 1 collection. And so there's I keep a little gap there so I can slip the case right back in. And then the rest of my PS4 games down here. And then my Switch collection right here. Now, for more recent releases like Animal Crossing, I actually had to go digital because obviously with the pandemic, a lot of games were inaccessible, and I think Amazon's starting to rebound now, maybe not all the way. So I probably will go physical again with like maybe Paper Mario when that comes out. But yeah, these are all the Switch games that I have the cases for. And so there you guys go. My mini collection that hopefully will expand as time progresses, and I hope when I do my 5-year, 10-year follow-up, you guys are still with me on this journey, and hopefully I have something to show for it. So till next time, this is Jabrell from Neo Vintage Games. Love you guys. Bye.